As my spouse spoke those shattering words, I could hardly believe what I was hearing. We sat together in the warm glow of our living room, the soft hum of the television filling the background with a sense of ordinary life. Then she turned to me, almost casually, and said, "I'm finished with closeness." I stared at her, waiting for a laugh, a joke, anything that would suggest she was joking. But her expression was unwavering, steady, as if she had made peace with this choice long before saying it aloud. I leaned slightly toward her, trying to keep my voice calm. "What do you mean by that?" I asked, attempting a shrug, as though discussing something trivial. "I no longer feel it," she said. "I don't want it anymore. From this moment on, that part of our life is done." Her words cut deeper than any physical pain. For years, we had shared every joy and burden, building a life together. And now, she was discarding the very foundation of our bond, as though it were meaningless. I sat there, speechless, my heart racing, my throat tight. Memories rushed through me. Sacrifices I'd made, nights spent comforting her, dreams we had crafted together. In one sentence, she unraveled all of that. Fury sparked within me, but was quickly eclipsed by a heavier, more consuming sorrow. I asked if something had triggered this, if I had wronged her, or if there was another reason. She shook her head, a flicker of irritation crossing her face at my questions. "This isn't about you," she said. "It's about me. I don't want that part of a relationship anymore." Her cold, detached tone struck harder than any argument we'd ever had. At that moment, something inside me snapped. If she could discard our intimacy so effortlessly, perhaps she had already let go of us entirely. And if that were true, why should I cling to something she no longer valued? Meeting her gaze, I kept my voice steady, even as my emotions roared inside me. "If that's your decision, then our marriage is over." Her face shifted immediately, from composure to surprise, then a hint of panic. She hadn't expected my firmness. Maybe she assumed I'd beg or try to negotiate, but I had poured everything I had into a love she now discarded so casually. She hesitated, trying to backtrack. "Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Maybe we could just live together, like companions." The word companions made me let out a bitter, sharp laugh. I hadn't promised my life to be her companion. I had married her to be my partner, heart, mind, and soul. I stood up, hands trembling, but my resolve unshakable. "I won't stay in a marriage without love. I gave you my everything, and you're saying you don't want it. If that's your choice, then this is mine." The silence that followed was heavier than any argument we had ever had. Tears welled in her eyes as she asked if I was really willing to throw everything away over this. I reminded her gently, but firmly, that she had taken the first step to dismantle our life. I didn't end our marriage. Her words had done that. I was merely acknowledging it. The weeks that followed blurred together, packing, dividing possessions, signing papers. Every action felt like tearing away a piece of my heart. Yet, alongside the pain, there was a strange sense of release. For the first time in years, I was no longer bound to empty promises or distant affection. When friends and family asked why our marriage ended so suddenly, I never shared her exact words. I simply said that a relationship fades when one person stops valuing its core. No amount of pretending can revive it. Months later, I realized that leaving was the bravest decision I had ever made. Staying would have trapped me in the shadow of a life, always chasing fleeting moments of connection. Walking away opened the door to finding someone who values closeness, partnership, and love as deeply as I do. Even now, when I think back to that evening, her words still echo, "I'm finished with closeness." But my response resonates louder, steady, and unwavering.